I have a question for you. I want you to think hard about it. Pause the video if you have to. Really consider what I'm saying. Do you know what fear is? The purest essence of the emotion, the kind of feeling that can never be put into words, that can only be described by what it isn't. The kind of fear that changes you on a fundamental level, a fear that kills you, tears your mind, soul, and body apart, and then builds you all over again with nothing of what you once were. I know what fear is. And fear is Love Live. There is nothing I can imagine that scares me more than Love Live. In some ways, that's a blessing. I can sleep easy, knowing that even in my darkest dreams, my mind couldn't hope to conjure something as diabolical, as horrifying as Love Live. I really hope that I'm not underselling it. Today, we will be talking about truly Lovecraftian media. You will end this video a changed person. And yet, we must stare such barbarity in the face, must do our best to understand it. Otherwise, we will never be prepared when Judgment Day comes. Even so, I'd only recommend that those truly brave or truly stupid remain. If you know that you can't handle Love Live, then please click away. Never forget, I did warn you. Love Live is a multimedia metaphysical cosmic horror, its tendrils reaching into music, games, and, most relevant to today's discussion, anime. Currently, the franchise is centered around 4 sub-series: the original Love Live, Sunshine, Nijigasaki High School Idol Club, and the most recent, Superstar. The latter of which I have not seen, as I am still recovering from the previous 3, and thus I won't be covering it. Thank fucking God. Each series focuses on different characters, but they all follow the same basic premise. Eldritch beings, bursting with uncontrollable, immense power, exist within an apparent pocket dimension. These beings, which we shall call school idols, exercise complete and utter domination over space and time, capable of bending and breaking its rules to their will, from something as basic as flight to warping the environment around them with a mere thought. The main conflict of each Love Live franchise are the idols struggling to awaken and control their power. This isn't always for power's sake. Sometimes they might be motivated by a more external goal, but either way, they all start ignorant of their power, which can only be accessed by pursuing the path of the school idol. This naturally raises the question of how this arrangement came to be. Is this just the natural life cycle of whatever unearthly organisms these things are? I don't think so. Otherwise, wouldn't they be more aware of their hidden power? Wouldn't other, already realized school idols inform their successors of this? But no, it seems that nobody is aware of what's really happening. There are moments where it seems like they come close to acknowledging their power and seeing what they really are, but every time, just before they reach true enlightenment, they, thankfully, slip back into ignorance. They are able to wield it, and yet they remain unaware of it. For years, the nature of this universe and its idols have baffled scholars, scientists, and philosophers alike. Some, having given up all hope, have accepted the same delusions afflicting the idols, taking the franchise at face value and genuinely believing it to be about nothing more than Japanese schoolgirls singing and dancing. In fact, Most of them have. I lost a very, very dear friend to Love Live. But today, the veil of ignorance is lifted as I present to you the idol god prison theory. As I have already established, the idols of Love Live are incomprehensibly powerful deities. So why are they limited in such a way? Wouldn't they be more aware of their power? It was asking this question that led me to the idol god prison theory. I have come to the conclusion that the school idols have somehow been trapped or sealed. Given the power they display, I'm hesitant to say that they were physically sealed away in some pocket universe. Rather, I think it's possible that the girls are instead mentally imprisoned. That at some point they were put to sleep and, to prevent them from waking, were lulled into a shared, lifelike dream to prevent them from ever waking up. However they're imprisoned doesn't change the overall nature of the theory too much, but for now, let's run with that interpretation. Expanding on the nature of this prison, I have yet to determine how exactly the girls are kept locked up. I do suspect, however, that it has something to do with the non-zero amount of oranges in the series, especially in Love Live Sunshine. I theorize that these oranges in some way act as the idols' chains, likely by limiting their powers to prevent them from accidentally breaking out of their forced slumber. I'll return to the subject in a moment, but I'm sure by now a question has started to form in your mind. Who exactly is the person who orchestrated this? The debatably brave, debatably foolish person who trapped them in this orange-fueled dream. It's a question that I naturally found myself asking, unable to find an answer. Until this woman. This unnamed hero I believe to be the one behind all this. She is the one who originally created the prison and trapped the school idols there, keeping their immeasurable powers contained with the pacifying effects of oranges. She moves through the world with such fluidity and ease, even more so than the idols, not because she is more powerful, no, because she is its architect. Originally, she observed the idols on the ground level, within the reality she had trapped them in, keeping close enough to observe, but far enough to avoid detection. Until one day, an especially powerful idol broke through her defenses, seeing her, acknowledging her, coming dangerously close to seeing the world for what it is, a construct that can be bent and molded to one's will, enough to the point where it might break, so that one might leave it. Thankfully, the woman was able to stop Honoka from breaking free, but I believe the dangerously close call made her reconsider her approach. Though it is possible she continues to observe from afar in a different form, I suspect this unnamed student here might be her. She would vastly increase the distance she observed the idols from. To compensate for this, it seemed that she also upped the number of oranges significantly. Unfortunately, it seems that this was the wrong course of action. Oranges, it appears, are a finite resource, as, after the truly exorbitant amount featured in Love Live Sunshine, there is a drastic reduction in the following series, Nijigasaki, and the effects are disastrous, with the powers the idols are capable of wielding only growing more and more uncontrollable, more dangerous, faster than we ever could have predicted. Unless something happens, the power of school idols is going to grow and grow and grow until the prison they've been trapped in is unable to contain them anymore. And when that does happen, they will be free to walk the plains of this dimension, bringing about Armageddon through song and dance. Which is why I believe the Love Live franchise, as we know it in our world, exists as a warning. A warning crafted by the same nameless hero who sealed these demons away to let us know the dangers that are lurking just beneath the surface. But sadly, Very few have seen the truth of her message, instead seeing the franchise as a harmless series about schoolgirls in Japan. Only a few among us seem to be able to grasp the truth, which is why I made this video, to spread awareness of what is coming. The school idols are nearly upon us, and if we do not do anything to stop them, we will all be fucking hell. This always happens while I'm working. God, for fuck's sake. God. You bloody piece of fucking... Oh, come on.